Hello and welcome to the African State of Union show. My name is Freeman Singirankabo, and it is such a humbling experience and an opportunity to be sitting right here, right now, as we have this amazing conversation together. For those of you guys who are joining us for the first time, I want to give you a huge welcome. Come, make yourself at home, make yourself comfortable as we discuss issues of which are relevant and close to our hearts. And as I stand right here, as I sit right here in front of you, I am the truth, I am the love, and I am the trust. And these are the benchmarks by which I would love for you to measure the content of everything that comes out of my mouth as to whether it has some values or not. And today in our program, I want to talk with you the state of union of our Rwandese brothers and sisters. I want to talk to you about a young man, an amazing young man whose life has been cut short. And that young man, his name is Kizito Mihigo. And I want to give you a background before I get into it, a brief background. Right here in the United States, since that's where I'm based, guys, I want to ask of you, each and every one of you listening to me and watching me right now, if the FBI finds you in some remote places in El Paso, Texas, sleeping, mind your own business. You could be hiking, you could be camping, you could be doing whatever God knows what, somewhere in the remote places. 10 minutes before the border of El Paso and Mexico, and put you in custody and accuse you of attempting to flee, accusing you of attempting to leave the state, going to Mexico. Would you, with a good conscience, take the word on those standing? Can you find yourself 10 minutes from Montreal in the state of New York? Can any one of these Border Patrol agents find you and accuse you of attempting to go to Montreal 10 minutes before you arrive to the border? You're sleeping, you're not walking, you're not going towards there. How the hell would they know that you're going to the border, you're going to Montreal? On February 12th, this young man, Kizito Mihigo, was apprehended, and he was allegedly accused of having been going to the border of Rwanda and Burundi, and was put in custody by the authorities. He was also allegedly accused of bribing to leave the country. Imagine the FBI's stopping me, stopping you in the middle of nowhere. You have some pocket money and you're doing God knows what in the middle of nowhere. And then they, for their own geniuses, come up with the reasonings as to why you're being stopped. In this instance, you're trying to flee, you're trying to leave the country, and you're trying to bribe people to help you leave the country. These are the charges that have been attributed to this young man on February 12th when he was apprehended by the securities within the country in Rwanda. While in the custody of the police, this young man, on the 17th of this February, was killed. And it is reported, allegedly, that he committed suicide. This young man was not just a regular, a normal young man. This young man was a genocide survivor. He was a peace and reconciliation activist. He was an acclaimed singer, songwriter, an organist, and a television presenter. He was an exemplary young man, one of many exemplary young men whose life was cut short. And it hurts me today because as another young man of the same age or within the same age, imagine being accused of doing something you're not doing, being killed for doing something you're not doing, and being lied upon. This is a reality of what's happening to a lot of young men just like Kizito Mihigo. This is going so far to the point even the father of the country speaks openly of his disgusted, his furious sentiments about a culture of lies, a culture of people who are not carrying themselves the way they're supposed to be carrying themselves.
Ibintu tudakora tutuzuza dushinzwe impamvu yabyo ya mbere ni imwe ni imico mibi abantu bafite imico mibi gusa bakagira imico mibi bafite ubumenyi bafite inshingano bafite hari iby'ubundi bagira batya bagakora neza rimwe ariko imico mibi yanyu kandi isa nkaho iri mu bantu benshi ntabwo iri mu bantu bake imico mibi igatuma mudakora ibyo mukwiye kuba mukora mwasezeranye no kuba mwakora imico mibi ibatesha agaciro mugahabwa ibihumbi 500 by'amanyarwanda mukaba mwakwica umuntu cyangwa mwakwica abantu cyangwa mwakwica igihugu ku bihumbi 500 ubwo iyo abantu bameze batyo nyine ubwo bumvikana uko bumeze.
A culture of death, a culture of lies, a culture of revenge. It's a norm, is a norm today in a beloved country called Rwanda. Most of you are seeing Rwanda as having made so much progress, and we are so grateful for the progress that we've made since the genocide against the Tutsis. But make no mistake about it, ladies and gentlemen. I never hear any of you bragging about how clean the streets of Washington, D.C. look. And they are clean. Why is it that that's how you view Kigali? This young man's life, Kizito Mihigo, brutally killed. The culture of lies, turning his murder into something else. The cover-up. The father of the country speaks openly of this culture of lies to the point the officials on a high level are being filed for such behaviors of this. But why does a citizen's life, a child, a young man's life has to be terminated in a wrongful way. The word on the street is that he created a song that doesn't align with the narrative. That every Rwandese citizen must position themselves under. The word on the street is that his mouth opened a little bit too big for the taste of some people. Ladies and gentlemen, young people, this young man was only 38 years old. His life had yet to go anywhere. Just look at us in the United States. You have the liberty to speak. You have the right to speak your mind. You have the right to speak your disgusted emotions, to speak of what is good, to speak of what is bad. That is a constitutional right that we all share here today. These constitutional rights are not allowed to some people in Rwanda. These constitutional rights are becoming a sentence to a young man like Kizito Mihigo. Please, this is an S.O.S. This is a cry out to all of you guys who love Rwanda, who are supporting us for all these 20 plus years since the genocide against the Tutsis. You've supported so much, financially, morally, with prayer, with your time and energy. Help us as sons and daughters of Rwanda to do right. Help us to unroot the culture of death, the culture of lies, the culture of revenge. If I poop on my porch, inevitably the smell would arrive right next door to you. Shame on each and every one of the people supporting this culture of death, this culture of lies. This young man, Kizito Mihigo, and so many lives of other young people, even older people, are perishing every single day in our beloved country with no investigation, with very little being done, just because it is the culture. Yet, so much resources are being poured upon us with kumbaya, that we have clean streets, that we're making progress. All of us are all over the world. We are having all kinds of challenges, Rwanda included. But that does not give us the right, does not give you the support to accept, to support, and to abhor a culture of death, a culture of lies. And consequently, citizens like Kizito Mihigo are perishing today. You are complicit to a certain degree of things happening, because some of you know what's happening and you choose to look away. Think again how I started saying. How would you react? How would you treat? How would you see an FBI agent apprehending you somewhere in the bushes, close to Montreal, close to Vancouver, close to El Paso border in Mexico? 10 minutes away and immediately assume that you're fleeing, immediately assume that you're attempting to bribe your way out of the country. How does a sane person allegedly commit suicide? We are hurting. Certainly, the families of all these loved ones who perished, just like Kizito Mihigo, are hurting, and they are demanding justice from all of us and all of you, stakeholders in everything taking place in Rwanda, whether it's good and bad. You have a saying in it, and we are going to hold you accountable as well. Let's get together, call out evil for what it is. Let's uphold righteousness. Let's uphold truth, love, and trust for each and every one of the lives that perished in Rwanda, whether during the genocide against the Tutsis or during the genocides that have been following and massacres that have been following, all the way to this very moment. Guys, I want to thank you for this time. And for those of you who are just tuning in, please do remember to subscribe. Click like, share, follow, and subscribe, and click on the bell right down there so we can be able to communicate with you all the latest information that we are sharing. We are doing this because of love. I am the truth, I am the love, and I am the trust. Use those benchmarks against everything that I'm saying. Call me out if I'm in the wrong. And I will absolutely apologize, and I will absolutely get it straight. But let's work together and uproot evil, a culture of death and lies that's taking so many lives of young people with promising future, like Kizito Mihigo and so many others. I am so grateful for this time. And I want to wish you all a super fantastic time. And please, please, please help us out. And our condolences to the family of Kizito Mihigo and all other loved ones, spoken of, non-spoken of, those who have perished and we have not even spent a second to speak up on your behalf. We want to offer our deepest condolences for your loss, and we want to promise you this culture of death, this culture of lies stops, must stop. But you have a whole lot of saying in it. All of you watching me right now, all of you supporting us as Rwandese, all of you pouring your resources, your time, your love in us as Rwandese. Please do help us out. Thank you. I am Freeman Singiran, and this is the African State of Union Show. Till next time.